It's
I
not
can't hear
it's
you.
not working yet.
I
It's
don't know why it
I
stopped.
have you on twice and it says connecting audio. I have two Johns on, but you can't hear me.
Having technical problems here. Let me just. My other phone got too hot in the sun. Why is this doing it to me? All right. Anything?
I hear you, but can you hear
I know you
me?
can hear me. I'm just.
You
All
can't
right.
hear me because I'm
Let me see
still
if the
talking.
phone got too hot.
Yeah.
Let me try and sign in, sign out again. You know what? Let me do that. How about now? Can you hear me now? If
I
you
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Yay! There we
Yay!
go. There we go. There we go.
I had I had to switch phones. This one got too hot. Oh, the other
Okay.
one.
So with our last five
So we were there.
minutes, with our last 5 minutes, I want to make sure we're getting to success for you in how you are coaching him, Jeremiah. I want to make sure for this session we're getting to any insights. Have you gained any insights that will help you be more successful in your approach to making you feel like you're being successful?
Well, actually, since we started this, between the last session and this, it was just, reviewing really what needs to be done.
Okay.
And I think the last session was really where I had the epiphany, and is that, I know what I have to do. I've given him the opportunity. And I think the last session we discussed, you know, what do you do when somebody is uncoachable or won't be coached? And that's where I am now. And I guess it was the conversation I had with him that may have been the emphasis for him after this last mess up, to realize, after I tried to get him out, so my coaching him was, I was trying to coach him towards another unit and stay with recruitment. I gave him opportunities, and once again, he didn't do it. And then the stuff that he thought he was going to be able to hide and do over here with, he still started messing up, and he was like lost and flustered. It was after that was like last Friday, and then Monday and Tuesday he was out sick, and then Wednesday he came in to tell me, and he went down to tennis. I think he went down to Tennessee. Anyhow, he went to tell me that he had an interview on the 30th in Tennessee, and he also had his backup plan. And I'm actually helping him because he's re-entering. He was in the Air Force as not a just a general soldier or airman.
Yes.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go back into the service, but he wants. He says I might go in. In the reserves, and I'm like, why don't you just? He said I had some thoughts of maybe non-commissioner, or they have a pathway to commission, as a part-time reservist, as an officer. I'm then go for that. I said, I will write you a letter of recommendation. I said, with these other places, I'm like, Jeremiah, I was like, I understand why you would want to go. He alluded to some other stuff, but I said, you're going to be closer to your family. God bless you, because it's been 3 years. Have you, there, that's a lot to be away from your family.
Yeah.
And he's
Is
like,
he a young guy?
he's in his late 40s.
Okay.
Late 40s. He's like 46, 47.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, and I think he has stepchildren, or they say, he's a little odd about telling what his family is.
Yeah.
He has a lot of 25th anniversaries. A lot.
Okay.
He forgets his lot. He forgets his lies. It's like the grandfather that dies 6 times in 2 years.
Okay. And he went to an autism conference. Does he have autism?
No, well, that's one of the things I thought, actually, that he was really high functioning. but his daughter is on the spectrum.
Gotcha.
So that's part of the grace that I was giving him with his interpersonal skills.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also, it makes sense that he would do better in a quiet space that he can control, and he's not having to work with the complexity. I mean, literally, he just got totally overwhelmed. And I mean, and that's why I honestly tried to move him over there to get, to recruitment, retention and stuff.
And is that something that he was in agreement with you that he wanted to move to that recruitment and retention?
Yeah, because he saw the fact that he was having some failures and it was messing up. I said, look, here's an opportunity. I'm giving the opportunity to shine. He likes recruitment. I said, you're dealing with DC Garcia, which is an outward thing in events. This is I said, I foresee this being good. He goes, yeah. And he really, he comes up with ideas. I'm like, well, good. Just show me the plan. I'm like, I got you. But then when they, it was pretty clear to me that, his reputation already gotten out, so they weren't going to. I was trying for him. I was pushing for him. But I think it was very clear, and I just spoke with my direct boss yesterday. We had a meeting, and I told her that he's taking interviews, and I think he's going to go.
And would that be success for you if he goes?
Yes, especially if I get the person that So I have what we call assistant deputy warden, who she's my XO of my recruit academy, Teresa Mack. She is phenomenal. She actually went to retire, and they brought her back as an ADW and put her back in the academy. And there's also my desire to help uniform staff go back into higher leadership roles, which also aligns with the new commissioners that thinking that way as well. The last commissioner, not so much. But she is someone that I've already coached a little.
Okay.
She is someone with skill sets and the desire to make a difference. She's also someone that I can, I know I can lead the academy in good hands too.
And she would replace Jeremiah?
Yes, but as a uniformed rank. So I was hoping for a warden, which is a 1-star, similar to an assistant commissioner. But she would, in all probability, they'll probably give her what they call deputy warden in charge, a DWIC. So she's an assistant deputy warden. This would be like a double promotion for her. And then with the understanding, she'd probably jump to warden. Because at one point, there was a warden in charge of the academy. Okay. And I've said it to the team. I'm like, my job is to work my way out of a job here.
Training and development. And that is what, for success, and I heard you describe 2 paths, and the conflict I heard you talk about previously of looking out for the unit more, do you feel like there's some steps you can take that, since Jeremiah is a yes or no, but looking out for the unit, are there some steps you can take that have come as a result of our conversation?
Yeah, there are, there are some steps I believe I can take. One being that it is to prepare either way. Because he's still going to need help, even if he were somehow to stay. So I would need a second person. And that would be to, again, my next step is to help Dep Mac build out, because she does not have her bachelor's yet. She's almost there, and she needs to have her bachelor's and master's, because one of the things that the first deputy commissioner said to me when I said that she's my replacement, she goes, well, she sounds like she's very capable. I've heard that, but she said, nobody else that we've seen is you. I'm like, well, my job would be to give her all my connections and mentor her and coach her, and help her get to that. So lining her up for success is helping her get towards her college stuff, getting that on the line, getting some additional trainings towards her and a few other people, to build them up and their skill set. Also, I'm moving forward with our director of training standards and compliance. That's an open vacancy. I have to do interviews for that. I've done the initial. I created a criterion database and put about 50 resumes into an AI generated database, so I would not have any view of it. Took me a few times to get the formula down, but I have a numeric thing based on the, because I hate the I got you or the hookups.
Yeah.
And I have this, and they have some internals. So this allowed me to look at the criterias that were set up in the job description.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what we needed for the position. Each one was given a percentage for. So ranking out of the max 110 points, and I have them ranked in anywhere from 110 to 95. Is in they go immediately. They're in the advanced to interview stage.
I hear you. I hear your path that you, one, is it, Mac is coachable.
Yes. Yes, she is.
And two, lining up other candidates that can come in.
Yes.
Okay. All righty. Is there any last thing that you would like to work out, for things that you can say you've felt successful in your coaching, Jeremiah? Any last things that you would like to work on next time?
Just some follow-ups with him to ensure that he's tracking the right way to have success in his interviews and his opportunities.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So